Personal to
Why
me.
do you disagree with prevention of drinking alcohol? Why do you disagree?
Because I think used correctly, alcohol. I've had many good. I don't know. I've had some bad times, but I've had many good times, good weekends, getting pissed with my mates, and great memories that I wouldn't swap for anyone.
Right. So
You
it's
know,
about you.
not just me, but like especially
Well, no, it is. It is. It is. You said it's about you and how you feel and how it makes you feel and the
no, like
memories you
so,
have.
so my social circles that I grew up in, everyone that I've been around.
So have
So it's not
I.
just me.
So have I. I've worked in Falaraki, mate. Yeah, alcohol is poison. Yeah, you might have a good time one time. Other people are doing other things with alcohol. What I'm asking you is, we're talking about teachings of Islam. You said you disagree
Yeah.
with teachings of Islam, and one of your disagreements was alcohol. And I'm trying. Why are you arguing for this poison? Now, if you're saying I don't want to be a Muslim because I don't want to give up alcohol, this is one thing. But to say this is a problem with Islam that it prohibits alcohol, it doesn't make any sense, mate.
That's just from my standpoint. There's just like I say, it's parts of Islam that I personally don't agree with it, and I don't agree with it. I feel like if an adult wants to drink alcohol, they should be allowed to.
Johnny, let me just ask you a question. Do you believe alcohol is harmful or beneficial for a person and society?
I think if it's abused, then yes, it's definitely harmful.
No, I'm saying abused or not. I'm saying even if a little bit of alcohol. It's about allowing the idea of alcohol, right? I'm just going to use your own words. If
Yeah,
an adult wants to drink alcohol, they should be able to drink alcohol.
yeah.
I'm saying this idea. If an adult wants to drink alcohol, they should be able to drink alcohol. Is that a good thing for the individual and society?
We're not going to allow this
Think
to
about it before
slide.
you give your answer.
Um, I don't see it as a bad thing. I don't see it
Okay,
as a
I'll
bad
tell
thing.
you why. I'll tell you why it's a bad thing, and then you can tell me whether what I'm saying makes sense or not. First, when it comes to drinking any amount of alcohol, there's studies that are showing this clearly. Even the Daily Mail published one like a couple of years ago about how 0.00% of alcohol is good for you. No amount of alcohol is good for you. It's all bad for your kidney, bad for your skin, cancerous, gives you kidney failure, all of that. Any amount of alcohol, any amount, we're saying 0.00, saying anything, none of it is beneficial for you as a human being. We're talking from an individualistic perspective now. Uh, None of it is beneficial for you. To add on top of that, when you say, some people say, okay, but I drink moderately. We just established this idea that no alcohol
No,
is
no,
good
he
for you.
needs to get
And
it.
if we say, okay, you
He
drink
needs to get
moderately,
it a
how
little
does an
bit.
alcoholic become an alcoholic? Nobody starts drinking alcohol by chugging 10 bottles from the first day. Nobody does that. Everyone starts to drink, quote unquote, moderately. What ends up happening, you come across a bad experience in life, something happens, you drink more. And now, tolerance of alcohol is a drug. You need more every time in order for you to, get into that intoxicated state. So you drink more and more and more because you're feeling bad, you want to forget. And then you wake up the next day hangover, and the problem is still there. Nothing happened really, but you just tried to remove it by drinking more and more and destroying your body. So people become alcoholic by starting by drinking moderately. So to say allow people to drink moderately does not solve the situation, because that's how every alcoholic begins and starts. And alcohol is a drug, and the drug will only intoxicate you if you always drink more and more and more. So from an individual point of view, alcohol is not good for you because it will get you into that intoxicated state that will give you the cancerous cells that will destroy your body and destroy you as a human being, your whole entire life. Now, how does that extend to society as well? Now, we're not talking about just people because it deals with society. How does it extend to the society? It extends to the society. Then this abuse that we're talking about, when England loses a football match, or people beating each other in the streets because they're drunk, beating their wives because they're drunk. People drinking and driving, hitting, killing other people in the roads. You have the UK, 60-70% of the knife crime happening, according to Metropolitan Police, people who are under influence, some sort of drug, alcohol, or any other drugs that makes them intoxicated, and they end up stabbing someone.
Grooming gangs.
That's why
Grooming gangs. Those
a
girls
grooming,
needed alcohol to
yeah,
be
yeah.
groomed.
Yeah, so whichever way you look at it, alcohol is a devilish thing. Alcohol is something that is used as an instrument to take people out of their psychological control state into a state in which they are
It was
doing
a different
things
Adam.
that they're not really realizing they're doing. And it harms them first, as we said, absolutely, and then harms the society. Now, my question to you, Johnny, is anything from what I said not true?
No, I suppose it's not true. But again, I would push back and say that most people don't become alcoholics. Yes, there's a percentage of people that go beyond the pale and end up becoming alcoholics, and I agree with that standpoint. But like, for example, my dad's now 60, think that's 62. He's been drinking all his life. He's never been anywhere near becoming alcoholic. Same with myself. Like, I don't even drink that much. I drink in moderation. So I don't.
Johnny,
I don't
you're doing it
anybody...
again, mate. You're just
What?
thinking about yourself.
No, not just me. Not. I'm
You are.
No, wait.
We're talking about society.
I am talking about. I am talking about society.
Well, no, society tells you go to look at all the homeless people. They're all drinking, mate.
Yeah, but again, that's a small percentage compared to the whole population.
No, but what? Look. It's like my brother said. 70% of people in prison were under the influence of alcohol or drugs when they committed their crimes. Yeah. You look at the grooming gang girls. Alcohol was used as a tool to groom them. Without alcohol, you couldn't groom them. You couldn't get them into a different state of mind. Alcohol loosens the inhibitions. Yeah. I've worked in Falaraki. I've seen what alcohol does to people. Okay. You might have gone to your local, had a few pints and enjoyed it and watched the football and go to have a beer. Yeah, I've done that as well. But we're not talking about a personal level. This is what I think you have to detach from. We're talking about in a society. Yeah. And I'll go further than this. I'll say gambling is a poison. I'll say sexual immorality is a poison. I'll say dealing in interest, usury is a poison. These are all poisons which Islam prohibits. But in your country, in our country, should I say, these things are all encouraged and condoned and promoted. Now, these things are destroying every society of the world, every society. So what you got to do, I mean, this is not me just attacking you personally, Johnny, but I just need to detach.
It's okay.
I've got to detach you here because we're not here to defend. Does Johnny want to be a Muslim? Right? Why does Johnny not want to be a Muslim? Yeah, no. You said these are issues you have with Islam. So we're presenting a medicine for the poisons that are in these societies, crushing these societies. I guarantee you, go to any homeless person on the streets and any prostitute, I'll say any prostitute, I'll even go that far, and ask them, did alcohol, drugs, gambling, interest in any of these things play a part in why you're here today? And the answer will be yes. One of those things would have played a part in putting them where they are, whether they were antisocial neighbors because of alcohol abuse and such, and the council kicked them out. And once you've been kicked out by the council, you won't be rehoused because they don't have a duty of care over you because you got yourself evicted because of your antisocial, whether it's that or whatever. And now they're taking their medicine on the streets. There's no way, Johnny, you can stand here and say alcohol is good for a society. You have to concede everything Mohammad Ali's just said to you and everything I've just said to you. I agree with you. Alcohol is bad for society. I just like it. That's all you can do. You can't push back. Just concede it. Go to any A&E, anywhere, any town in this country on a Friday and Saturday night. Who's filling up the beds? Drunk people. we got an NHS crisis and we can't have beds on the weekends because drunk people are there. Go to any cell. Go to any prison cell, any local police station. Who's in the cells? Drunk people. Would they be there if they weren't drunk? Of course not. So, I understand that, thinking about, I'd have to give drinking alcohol if I became, I get that. But this isn't about, does Johnny want to be a Muslim? This is about, is Islam beneficial for a society if it prohibits alcohol? And the answer is yes. So, please don't push back on that. You just can't do it.
Look, I partially agree with you. I do. I'm not going to.
You should completely agree with me. I say it's because I like it. All right. Which part do you disagree with?
You're thinking I'm making this about me, and I'm really not. Like I'm speaking from.
No, I'm not making it about you. That's the thing. I'm making this about Islam. You said you had an issue with Islam because it prohibits alcohol. And so I'm dealing with that. I don't care whether Johnny wants to drink or not. But what I'm concerned about is that your objection against Islam, one of your reasons to be against Islam, one of the things you disagree with Islam about is that it prohibits alcohol. So I'm looking at Islam, not Johnny.
Yeah. So after listening to your perspective and Mohammed's perspective, that has definitely changed my sort of opinion on it, and in terms of like outright rejection. So I understand the reason for it. Yeah, I'm not sort of just dismissing and saying I'm not saying you both no merit in what you're saying. There's a lot of merit in what you're saying, so I do understand that. So that has definitely changed my perspective. I can be honest about that.
That's good of you to admit. Well done.